And welcome to the Pioneer. I've got Korban here with Keith, and we're going to talk about the upcoming Pioneer Sale. And we're talking about the Borans and where they come from, where they're going, and what you can expect from the sale. There's a few things that you need to, if you haven't studied the catalog, then listen here. There's a few, how can I say, a few specials you don't want to miss out on, a few things you want to look out for, and a few things that you need to know. Keith, thank you for having me. Always. You guys, this is your 11th auction. You guys have come a long way. Trust has been built. But we spoke about it earlier, to getting these animals to a certain point where you know what you're breeding, you know what you can offer every time. Vanessa always talks about prepotency. And it seems like your plans and the breeding is coming together in a very special way. How do you go about, and where do the credit go?
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Dennis. Okay, like you mentioned, this is the 11th Pioneer Sale, and we've obviously got a really strong team and some of our guest sellers as well that are involved. So, along with our partners Stephen and Debbie Johnson from Frontier, with our guest sellers, the Pioneer Sale has come a long way, and the focus throughout the years has certainly been on the quality that is offered. And we realize that we're in a very competitive market, and it's extremely important that the quality must stand out. The ethics and the honesty in which we deal with our auction, and obviously the after sales that we give our clients. I mean, we'll obviously talk about it, Megan, a little bit more in depth in terms of what we offer our buyers, from a free transport point of view, and also from free insurance that we offer to our clients as well for the animals after the auction. So there's a lot of things that we do feel like we give back, but at the same time we're so thankful for the trust that old and new clients are putting in our genetics.
I we look at these genetics and how they come together. Buying bulls everywhere and investing in expensive genetics is always a tough choice. And a few years ago, they say you bought it, but someone else made the decision here next to me. You invested in a bull, Kingsley. And you look at this auction, and I think it was a few on Ross's auction as well of his progeny. And it just seems like he's breeding extremely wealthy in terms of females. And then later today, he told me, no, but there's a few bulls coming as well.
Yes.
Give you a little bit of background, what we can expect from Kingsley's progeny on this auction. And what is done for you guys?
Well, on the auction, we have 7 extremely well-structured females, one with a calf. Some of the highlighted heifers are definitely lot 27 and 26. Lot 26 being PRB 23-4, Lee. Definitely one of the highlighted heifers of the auction. Just her structure, her genetics, and her EBVs are a big standout in the auction. And I wish I asked Dad if we could keep her, but it's one of those things.
One of those tough choices. But we talk about genetics, and we go back to her Dan lines. And I know she's got great she's got great lines on the other side as well, on the sideline. But the dad line, you look back, her mother is 5 calves, six calving, 7 weaned, and 5 of them or 6 of them was stayed in the step.
Yeah.
It's something special. Then you go back to the mother, you see the granddam, and but she did the same thing. Great ICPs, and it is that thing, great animals that comes from great mothers.
Yeah. So, the mother of lot 26 we spoke about now, PRV 15-1, she had 5 natural calves, from 5 different sires, and of those 5 calves, we registered 4 of them. And in amongst those calves, there's a stud sire that is working in the Cherokee herd. There's a heifer that's gone to Imanati Ranch. There's another female that went to Eldia Grissel at Lamfontein. And we are now going to be using a son of PRB 15-1 in our winter breeding season. His name is Leo, PRB 22-14, and he's a full brother to lot 26, a natural calf from 15-1, as is 23-4, a natural calf from 15-1. she's just one of those cows that has an impeccable record. It's actually she's actually got it's seven calves, but 8 weaned, because her last calf was at all calvings was twin heifer calves. So incredible fertility. She's got a very good wean index, but nothing that's extreme. Everything is middle of the road and highly fertile, highly productive, has combined exceptionally well with more than one stud site. So for us, animals like that aren't always the lookers, aren't always the ones that stand out as far as journal pages are concerned. Those are the ones that are producing the goods. And she's currently one of our main embryo donors.
It was, as I spoke earlier about pre-potency and animals coming, just showing what they can do. And then you see that the consistency, you're not a big herd. You have to select carefully. You manage to every year put 20, 30 animals on sale, and not just this. So you have to do nationals and air sales and all that happens, as to showing what it can be done once you've been through that selection criteria, you know what works, and how things are going forward. And then you look at the packages with, if you sit there and you talk about the 26 and so on.
Yeah.
But then you go to a special lot like the Maddie lot where 2 sisters are combining, and you say, the 2 sisters, let's up to there's always 2 sisters, 2 full sisters, and both of them are good. And that once again shows genetics matters. But the genetics do chase after.
Yeah, genetics do play a role. That they are important. We've always felt that being the size that we are in terms of our stud size, and again the competitive nature of the business that we're in, we have to sell our best animals. And I know it gets said a lot, and you hear it all the time, that we're offering our best, not just from us. I'm talking about other breeders as well. And with Pioneer Ranch in particular, I can say it with complete honesty that the animals that we offer are absolutely out of the top draw of what is on our farm and what we produce. And to make an impact, to be seen and to be competitive, when you're a small stud, you're almost forced into that position. And if you want to make your business sustainable and you want people to take you seriously, those are the kind of sacrifices you have to make. It makes things difficult every year to keep improving and to keep offering that type of quality. But we have been blessed, and like I might have mentioned earlier, the secret ingredient, as I always say, is actually nothing to do with our ability. It all comes from God. He's the one that puts the DNA together. He makes the quality of the animals. The slogan of God's gift to cattlemen is so appropriate for our belief and our faith. All the credit for the animals we have, the animals we've sold, all that credit needs to go to Him. And we are so thankful that I can farm alongside my son and my family and the team that we have, because we want to farm, and our slowly farming with Jesus is what really is important for us.
I spoke about Maddie now, and I'm pretty sure you wanted to keep her on the farm as well, or they want at least one of them on the farm. Tell me a little bit about these 2 sisters.
Yeah, like I said about they've both got great structural integrity. They've got great EBVs, and of course great genetics. Going back to some old Kenyan genetics, Camille's B0621. We haven't seen much of him, but as you can see, he has proved a lot in his females.
Yeah, and then you got the bull booties.
Got exciting, kind of stolen the concept from Simeon and the Hurwitzes. We just felt it was appropriate, considering that these are the last 2 direct sons of the Bont herd matriarch Rose MHB 0605. So we felt it appropriate to do kind of like a Bont brother battle. So we're offering 2 sons out of Rosa 605, and they sired by Samurai BO 769, which is a kind of a new, something different, a bit of a new release. He's a grey bull that's owned by the Hurwitzes. So we're giving the potential new buyer or buyers the opportunity to purchase one, or if they so wish, they can take both. And we did kind of think of whether this is the opportunity that we should retain a semen share, and we kind of tossed and turned with the idea, what's the right play, what's best for the sale, what's best for the breed. And we've decided that going forward, we are not going to keep a semen share, and we're actually going to allow the new purchaser or the new owners of the bulls to kind of keep those genetics to themselves, and they'll be able to then kind of get first use of those bulls. So no semen has been tapped, and we won't be retaining the semen share. You want to give that privilege to the new owners.
If we talk about putting a strong catalog together with things that work, you spoke about earlier, giving people peace of mind with insurance, giving 30-day insurance, including step off, and then as well transport to central points or South Africa. It's just all things making it a little easier for people to come here on a Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that's also the time. It's also makes it a little easier for people to come to the auction.
Yeah.
Is that it's not easy to come to East London, so
No,
it is an event for them. So also they can still get off of to work at 3 o'clock and some May.
it is. So what's very fortunate for us this year is that the whole week leading up to the auction, schools have been given off, so it's effectively a week holiday, a long weekend if you wish. So it does give people an opportunity when they are traveling, maybe from inland, flying down here, a little bit more time to make a bit of a holiday of it. The time at 5 o'clock gives the local farmers, opportunity to get the work done in the day and still be able to get here and enjoy the evening with us. And it's never easy to find the time of the day that actually suits everyone. That's almost, I think, impossible. We try our best to accommodate everyone. It's exactly the same with the transport. We realize that where we are and where our farm is situated is really quite far out of the way for a lot of people. So offering free transport is just one way of giving something back, as much as the insurance. We're so appreciative of every bid that is placed on the animals. We want the buyers to be happy, and should something go wrong, at least both us and our buyers are covered by that. And that peace of mind, it's very difficult sometimes to put a price to. But again, it is part of a way of just saying thank you to our loyal clients, and also to those that hopefully will be our new clients.
Yeah. For the guys that don't know, you've got a few guest sellers from around the area as well, but also Quentin coming by. But it's nice seeing guest sellers also bringing the best. I think I saw a bull from your neighbor here on the corner. I thought myself, that's quite something, and that's nice to see that sort of quality coming from those who takes your brand as a pioneer pretty seriously and citizen. But when we're part of something, we want to. You don't want to stand out in the wrong way.
No, we are very fortunate to have the breeders that we do part of our auction. They've all bought into our way of thinking. They've bought into the fact that they know we offer quality. And also one thing which I think is really important is, the idea of having reserve prices and things like that. We all have the mindset that we are offering our cattle to sell. So we don't have these reserve prices that guys need to haggle over. We want to be known as willing sellers, and we want our buyers to be willing buyers. So we're super thankful to have the people that we do that are part of it. Quentin and Marissa de Bruin from Fastra, Aiden and Daniela from Yellow Sands, Oscar Miller from Emerald Hill, Gerd Kotze from Fratos. Obviously our long-term partners, Stephen and Debbie Johnson from Frontier. It's been a brilliant journey so far, having all of them involved, and we pray that it will continue to be so. And obviously looking forward to having as many new and old faces here as possible on the day of our sale.
Keith, thank you very much for having me, Corey. Thank you very much.
And your pleasure.
Can't wait to see what the auction is going to look like, but I am sure it's going to be a cracker.
Thank you very much.
Okay, be sure if you can't be here, I think Meerkat will handle the online, but I suggest you get yourself down here. The tickets aren't that expensive, and enjoy the day with them. See the cattle, enjoy the cattle, and as always, these people love what they do, and they love doing it. And come and enjoy the day with them. Until next time, cheers.